So, welcome to our first COGCast. Hopefully, the echo doesn't annoy the hell out of me. So, first things first, let's introduce ourselves alphabetically. Your gamer tag, your favorite game, what game you're currently playing, and your most anticipated game for the future. Dregs, you want to go first?
Sure. My name is COG Drags. Game I'm currently playing is Overwatch, and my most anticipated game is, I say Destiny 2.
And your favorite game?
My what? Oh, my favorite game? That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Doom.
Sweet. Okay.
The new one.
Nice. Blackwind?
Alright, I'm COG Blackwind. My favorite game, and without naming any specific one, would be Halo. Game I'm currently playing, Overwatch or Elder Scrolls Online. And most anticipated game? I don't even remember what the fuck is coming out, so Destiny 2. I'll go with Dregs.
Cop-out answer. Okay, sure. Good.
Deal with it.
Okay.
I haven't eaten anything today.
Burnz, you're up next.
Yeah, I'm COG Burnz. I play a lot of Overwatch right now. Also Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. I favorite game? It's really hard to say. I really enjoyed Destiny, and I've been a big fan of the Halo series for a long time. Overwatch is highly entertaining as well. Most anticipated game for me right now currently is Destiny 2. Like I said, I'm very interested in the franchise.
Okay, so as the host for this podcast, my name is Integrity. My favorite game is Halo 3, specifically because of all the experiences I have it. The game I'm currently playing, no judgment, I'm playing RuneScape right now. Most anticipated game, I'm not going to say Destiny 2 because I want to be different. I'm going to say South Park. What's it called again? Shit. The new South Park game.
Nice.
War?
Hi, I'm COG WarAcended. I'm kind of an achievement whore, so I play all the games pretty much. I'm playing Mass Effect right now. I'm playing Injustice right now. 2 to be exact. And For Honor a lot, and of course Overwatch. My favorite games, it's a hard tie. It's a 3-way tie between Halo 2, World of Warcraft, and Mass Effect 2. The game that I'm most looking forward to, I don't know if you gave a time frame or not, but I'm really looking forward to Red Dead Redemption 2.
No, that's good. That's fine. I mean, as long as you don't say Red Dead Redemption 5, it's something ridiculous.
No. And it just got pushed back, to be fair. It was supposed to be released this winter, but they just pushed it back to the spring, which, it broke my heart just a little bit, I'll admit.
I mean, I'd rather have a good game than a broken game, so...
Apparently
But an
that's what
early
Rockstar's
game.
all about. I guess they just like to deliver really good games. How dare they?
Okay,
So inconsiderate.
that's Rockstar for you. Anyway, so...
Oh, and actually, on a side note, I'm really stoked for Battlefront 2.
That is... Okay, yeah. Completely forgot about that. So, the topic for this podcast is going to be Destiny 2.
This isn't a podcast. What are you talking about? This is a COGcast.
Okay, fine, COGCast.
I don't understand this foreign term that you use.
Yeah, go with the theming, Integrity.
What is the pod
Oh
of the
my
cast?
God.
My bad, okay. So the topic for this COGCast will be Destiny 2. I'm hoping everybody here saw the opening. Like, the Bungie opening.
I didn't.
Yep,
Oh, come on, Blackman.
I did.
Oh my god.
Oh, so
I haven't
good.
watched it yet. I haven't even watched the little cinematic trailers. They dropped like a month ago.
Oh, wow, okay.
Well, then you're
I'm
getting spoilers
Blackwind. I'm
tonight.
prepared.
Oh my god.
Hey, no one told me what we're going to be talking about.
The most anticipated
It wasn't
game is
posted
Destiny
in our,
2, but I've never seen the freaking
chat.
opening. Like, what?
Hey, ask me what game I'm most excited about after E3.
Okay, fine. Anyway,
That's a fair point.
so Dregs, what do you think about Destiny 2 after seeing the opening?
Well, I really don't have too much an opinion. I haven't really seen much, but from the opening, definitely looks like they took a lot of fan feedback. So I definitely since I'm a Warlock player, I saw that the ultimate or whatever it is for the Warlock.
Dawnblade?
Yeah, the Dawnblade. Oh my god.
Like the thing that you throw swords or something?
Yeah, it's like a
Dude,
projectile.
that I was like, oh my gosh.
So you're just gonna be crazy about the Warlock Super.
Dude, I'm a Warlock player, so yeah, I'm gonna be crazy about anything that comes out for the Warlock. I don't care.
Sure. Okay.
Got a message from me.
Burnz, I'm gonna leave you to last because I'm pretty sure you have a lot to say. So War, you're next.
Aha. That's not in alphabetical order. You cheated.
We haven't been doing alphabetical order, remember?
Shut up. We started. Dregs just threw everything off. Look, they have a lot to prove to me. I was probably, maybe not. Out of all of us, I think I'm the person who played it the least. I didn't. I felt like Destiny 1 was a cheat. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like the fact that they withheld custom games and just ignored what the community wanted for so long within the game that I don't hold my breath to believe that they've listened to us this time. I just don't. I'm hopeful. Bungie has delivered us fantastic games in the past, and anyone who says otherwise is a fool. But at the same time, every king has their reign, and I just don't see them picking up the mantle anymore. I'm not. I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna get it. Will I spend my money on Destiny 2? Yeah, I'll throw my money at it. I'll probably get it at midnight, but I don't think I'm gonna be happy about it.
Okay. Well, I don't know. In my opinion, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, the gameplay is the same fucking thing. So it's basically Destiny 1 with added on stuff. So how's that any different from Destiny 1 with DLC packages? But then I realized they actually, put in what the fans want. So it's kind of like a Destiny 1 after the Destiny 1 beta, in my opinion.
Well, dude, my thing is like they preached Destiny as this huge, amazing open world game. It's not a fucking open world game. You go around in circles on every single goddamn map that they have in the game. I mean, whoever thought that was open world never played an open world game ever.
Yeah,
not one.
That's what I'm hoping.
I'm in an agreement.
That's what I'm hoping Destiny 2 is going to be like, where you go into a random ass map and you see a random ass person and gives you a quest, like Elder Scrolls.
Every single fucking map in Destiny is a circle. I mean, dude, you could have at least made one a triangle, right? Like, just any other basic geometric fucking shape other than a goddamn circle, and I would have been alright with it. Because, dude, how Destiny started was solid. Vault of Glass was solid. Going through the beginning of Vault of Glass with, with everybody else in COG and whatnot, and racing to be the first to clear it, one of the best video games experiences I've had in my life. Same with exploring fucking Venus Burnz when we were going through it, trying to find all the ghosts, and you were like, he finds every single ghost. How? I don't know. He just does. Like, that whole feeling of the game was great. And then you get to the end, and you realize you've just done this huge loop, and it doesn't end ever.
You're chasing the dragon.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, they could have done a little bit more, like, with the open world. Like, that city, the city you go to...
Okay, it's not a city, it's a tower. They didn't even do the fucking
the tower.
justice of giving
you
it a city.
So much more with that.
It's got
exactly.
like 4 rooms.
So
Nice, dude.
that being said, I anticipate that they're gonna make up for that with this, considering on how
By
in the
blowing the
trailer
fucking tower
the first
up.
thing they
Yeah.
show us is that the one thing I've been saying since Destiny launched is like someday we are gonna see this shit burn.
Like I said, I hope they listen to their community. In the past, Bungie has proven on the money with their sequels. The first only sequel that I can think of being Halo 2. But let's be fucking real. That was the money shot that, was Bungie, and it was amazing. So if they can capture lightning in a bottle again here, who knows? I mean, they made drastic improvements from Halo 1 to Halo 2. They'll probably do the same thing with Destiny, but in order for it to be on par with Halo 2, the improvements are going to have to be even that much more drastic.
I mean,
I'm in agreement.
all I'm gonna ask for,
Mhm.
honestly, is number one, custom games. Holy crap! How can they not have custom games?
I know.
Like,
Didn't I say that?
like what the hell? Okay.
Yeah.
Second thing,
That was a massive oversight.
yeah, like it's one of those things where like how can anyway, second thing,
We managed. Mhm.
is probably open world, like Elder Scrolls Online open world, World of Warcraft type of open world, where you can go to a random ass spot and there's this old lady who can give you a quest. I mean, they did it with Elder Scrolls. They can probably do it with any other game, if it's MMO. And third of all, this is a bit of a stretch, but I'm not Diablo style loot, where it's like each weapon has its own stat, and not the same freaking stat all over. I mean, that's a stretch. It's gonna be hard as hell to balance, but I feel like I don't know. I just don't like how everyone is just wanting to have the Gjallarhorn. Like, Destiny 1, everybody wants the Gjallarhorn. Not like, oh yeah, I want to have like a huge variety of weapons. It just, I want the Gjallarhorn. Everybody has the same build and same weapon.
Everyone wants that sniper
Yeah.
sniper rifle with the exact same perks
Exactly.
because that's the god tier perk.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
not.
they do need more.
Yeah.
More spice. Spice
Yeah.
is the variety of life, or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck the saying is.
Yeah, I mean, like if they bump everything
Variety
down
is the spice of life.
I mean, if they bump everything down for PvP, sure.
I mean, yeah, it should have been
Yeah.
its own game, not similar to like Borderlands. God damn.
I mean, Borderlands is only single players, or so they have an excuse to like do whatever.
Well, like with weapons and stuff, like
Right.
what you were just talking about. If you wanted a specific weapon, like you would have to farm for,
Yeah.
like everybody wanted the Norfleet, everybody wanted a conference call because those were the weapons that were going to get you past the raid bosses.
Right. And yeah, basically. So, Burnz, did you have anything else you want to say about Destiny 2?
Yeah, there's a bunch of things. I think that I agree with War on a lot of stuff. I'm very hesitant, even though I very much so like Destiny, everything. I'm not going to just jump headfirst into the pool. I want to kind of feel it out and see what they're offering us this time. Them not starting with custom games last time was really hard on the community, I feel. Well, people who are trying to build community, I think, within this game. Especially because Bungie was known so well for doing custom games in the past, so it just confused me as to why it took them 3.5 years to create that.
Bungie's known for Forge. They can't even do custom games.
Yeah, so I don't know. Just maybe I'm not in Bungie, so I'll just say okay. Maybe hopefully they'll at least learn their lesson from that and start us out with what we'd like, which is the ability to experience this game on our terms, not just the terms that they've provided for us. And custom games is the way that we do that as a community. That being said, I see that they've fixed the one of my major problems was I really enjoy this game, but I'm not the most social person always. I don't just go out and just talk to every single person I run into in matchmaking or whatever. And there was no matchmaking for raids. So requiring a team to be able to enjoy the content that we've, potentially purchased into as a customer was very frustrating for me. And seeing what they've done in the trailer with their in-game clan or guild system, if you will, and the guided games system that they're kind of projecting, I'm really interested to see how that all plays out in the long run and what that feels like to form a team. So with that, I think that we'll have, if they can do that system correctly, we'll have an easier time, like, maintaining community. And then the lore. I want to see more in-game lore, which I know I've heard that they've removed the
Oh,
grimoire.
you'd like to see a storyline? That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
they
was
removed the
absent from
grimoire.
first one.
So apparently that's in-game now. So I don't know how that's incorporated in the game, but I'm interested again to see how they've quality of life changed that and sewn that into the tapestry. That's kind of some of my like bigger excitements. Like, and then I want the wow factor. I want to feel that feeling again that I had when Destiny was first launched, and where I didn't know what was around every corner, and it was like there could be these, like, I want to be able to go out into the wild
exploring
and have
the
these,
moon
like,
was terrifying. Yeah, I remember.
yeah, I want to have these visceral live experiences that are out there in this game, and I feel like if they can find a way to provide like a better bounty system, a better public event system, things like that can enrich the actual environments that they are giving us. Yeah, the circle pattern that you're talking about, War, was it became tedious to us. So I'm hoping, yes, for a bit more of an open world experience. My concerns are that they've already only announced so many planets that will be on their map, the HUD on the director. Makes me want to say, okay, well, I hope that they'll consider, extending that, like adding new planets, because that's something they didn't really do in Destiny 1. They just added a couple extra play spaces, like the reef.
They enhanced
And
the Mercury a little bit too.
Yeah, they did. I guess they did the whole Taken King stuff. Added a little bit more play space like that as well, but not much. But I want full explore. I want full immersion, full explorative planets. Like, I would like, if the DLC is going to cost us $30 or $40, give us a new planet and a moon or something. You know what I mean?
And as much Nathan Fillion as possible.
Yeah, I can't really get enough.
Wait, the funny guy, right?
Can I backtrack for a second?
Yes. The funny guy. Yes.
Like, with live events, like, and this is me pulling from another game, but I played Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and one of their live events was, even though I don't think it was really outstandingly done, was Frieza and his forces would invade Kanton City, and you would have to fight them off, and you'd get points. I guess it would be to spend in the shop for more skills and stuff. That's something that maybe they can look into doing, maybe not to like that, but, the tower or something, if they expanded on the tower, like, oh,
You have like
or
you're talking about like establishing like a currency for world events, kind of?
kinda.
Yeah, they do stuff like that in WoW, and it does work well. It does increase participation if the rewards are good enough. They have a lot of different currencies like that in WoW. But towards the end, I kind of felt like Destiny was falling down the trope where every new fucking DLC that they had made the last currency obsolete. WoW didn't do that. WoW was able to balance all this stuff, and they're like finally fine-tuning all of it as they went, as they progressed.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So there has been news where Destiny 2 on console will only run 30 frames per second. If you don't understand that reference, it's like playing Halo 4 on the 360. What do you think about that?
What?
If that's
Why?
true, that's a huge step backwards, and I think they're making a huge
That's
mistake.
just a money
happening.
grab.
Wait, how is that a money
That's
grab?
just a
Oh,
money
because they
grab.
don't want to. Okay,
Because it's just a money grab if they're gonna do a shitty port to PC.
Well,
It's Activision too. I mean, let's be real. It's a money grab.
okay. I mean, okay, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I heard if they would have put it, because there's no dedicated servers right now. That's what they said so far, which is completely stupid in my opinion. But if they were to have dedicated servers, it is possible to make it 60 frames per second. So, what do you think about that?
All
What
I'm
did
saying is
Destiny
I've
operate at?
never heard of a game that runs better on console than it does on computer.
Well,
What did Destiny run at on the Xbox One?
30, right?
I thought it was 60 on Xbox One.
I think it's 30.
So, okay, if it's 30, okay, whatever. Okay, let's deal with that for a second. That might be an explanation for why the gameplay trailer or their gameplay reveal, why the gameplay itself looked so similar to just Destiny. But I remember them saying at one point the one reason why they can't expand so much or do all these super fancy things with Destiny is because of like the engines or whatever they built the game in was so limited. So why would you stick to something so limited if that's like if you're going to be only limited just on 30 frames per second, then why I don't know, just that seems like a really bad decision.
Yeah,
That'd be
Destiny
pretty
plays
shitty.
30 on the Xbox One and PS4.
Well, then, what it says to me is that the Destiny's kind of already playing the same game that it did in the when the beta and all
Exactly.
that stuff was being advertised. It's a sleight of hand
That-
thing.
that-
It's like a hey,
that's-
look at this, but we're really selling you this.
That does not make my opinion of the game better. I swear
No.
to God,
Why
that
would it?
is
Seriously.
ass backwards.
Yeah, that's-
Integrity, you are by far the smartest, arguably game knowledgeable here. Have you ever heard of a game running better on console than it does on PC?
Halo 5, actually. Halo 5 actually runs better. Well, actually, no, that's hard. Because the aiming on on Halo 5 PC is so fucked up that you would rather play on use a controller to be on a PC.
But
Well,
that's
at the end of the day, it's
that's
still
more of a,
PC then.
That's more of a user thing,
Yeah.
though, right? Like, it sounds like you're describing more of a user.
Oh no,
thing.
the
Frames per second
Yeah.
is a hardware issue with the game.
it's no, it's a soft. It's yeah, it's,
Well,
it's
you
like 50, it's like
understand what
50,
I'm
yeah, it's like
saying.
50-50.
It's more of a
So-
more of an issue than aiming is a little harder.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just saying, is this why they clearly showed off their gameplay stuff on the PC?
Yeah, of course.
And it looked like you could tell.
Yeah.
You could obviously tell that it was PC.
Yeah.
If it looks, if all I have to say is that if it looks worse and plays worse than Destiny did, then they've just made a big fucking haha gotcha to everybody.
Well, okay, so let's say, hypothetically speaking, if you can play 60 frames per second on Destiny on Xbox Scorpio, would you get a Scorpio?
I'm getting a Scorpio regardless.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'll
I'm getting a
inevitably
Scorpio
get a
anyway,
Scorpio.
but hypothetically speaking, just for Destiny 2, like you have to buy a whole new this super steroid console that's probably going to be really expensive. Like, sorry, no, there's no logic.
Well, wait a
there.
minute. Hold on. Is
Fuck
that
you.
as opposed to getting a gaming PC?
Yeah, let's say you want to play on a console, but you want to have 60 frames per second, because your friends are on the Xbox and you can't play you can't play across each other.
I'm not gonna get an Xbox
Cross-platform.
Scorpio just to make Destiny look better.
I'm not saying look better. I'm saying like
right.
better
Exactly.
frames per second. Different
I'm
thing.
not
Or-
interested.
I mean, everything
I'm
else
interested-
Wait,
practically
I'm
already
interested in
runs
Scorpio
60
for-
FPS on the regular
Yeah.
Xbox One, but we have to buy a
Am I gonna be able
Scorpio
to-
just to get Destiny to run at 60 FPS, which I'm not saying is the case, but like, come on, hypothetically, it makes no fucking sense.
Am I gonna
No,
be able to
thank
play with
you.
my friends that play on Scorpio, or is it like
Yes.
a whole?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
you
it's still an Xbox.
It's an Xbox One. It's like
It's like a pimped
it's
out
like a,
Xbox
It's like a
One.
360 Slim.
Yeah.
It's like a you know what I'm saying.
Okay. I got
It's
you.
like one of those iterations.
Yeah.
Just upgraded, fancier version. I get it.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right. Same
better
same
hardware.
connection,
It's still
same
an Xbox
servers.
One.
Yes.
Same
Think 360
chatting.
Slim. You'll understand.
Yeah, I got it.
You see,
I just
sorry, Burnz, you can see it.
I'm not comfortable with that. They don't feel it. I mean, clearly, and they're being pressured by Activision as well. So I hate to just blame Bungie, but they're the ones who jumped in bed with the devil. It's not my fault, Bungie, or any of your customers' fault that you come up with these amazing universes that really draw us in, right? Like you're so well known for, but then you allow some company like Activision to strangle the creative life out of you by making you produce stuff that just isn't quality. Make it if you're gonna just follow through. If you're gonna put that much quality into your stuff, actually follow through.
Like, just ignore all the people that are more concerned with profit than actually making something amazing. Because Destiny, the universe, even with the limited amount of lore we got in-game with Destiny 1, like, even me, who I play games for the lore mostly, I could see how much potential that universe had, and it killed me to realize that it didn't go anywhere.
With that,
Yeah.
No, it's saddening. But dude,
Like-
even in the trailer, like this could be from. I could be making an ass of myself with this next statement. Even in the trailer, it's like we live, die, repeat. Why? Why?
Right.
Why do you do that? Like that's not normal. Why are you Guardian? Why are you special? What the fuck? Like I just the lack of information in that game is so staggeringly frustrating. And the thing is you have to think that like when Overwatch was in hardcore development during this time, right? And then they're
Right.
like they had to look at this game and be like just laughing their ass off at Bungie and being like they tried to make a game without a story. And then they were like, "Hey, you want to know what would be a fun challenge? Making a game without a story." And then they fucking went and nailed it. And like the way
Right?
they drop in the story and just the way they do everything in Overwatch as far as enhancing the lore and enhancing the environment
Bomb.
is exactly
Yeah.
that's fine.
what Destiny needs to be doing.
Right. No.
Wait,
see,
wait. Drake
that's
want to say
exactly
something?
kind of.
Sorry, Drake want to say something?
Go on.
I was on something. I completely forgot.
Okay.
What do I think?
If you can pass the torch, you can if you want to.
Like, to basically say what War said, like, some of this thing's frustrating, and like Burnz says, like, with Activision, we know how they are. Here's the thing. I've seen gaming companies, like, go the extra mile. Like, I'm sorry if I could use other games as a reference, but Dragon Ball Z was complete, step in the right direction from the first one. The first one feeling limited. The second one felt way more open. You had room to breathe, places to look around and stuff. It's going to be so frustrating, like, if, with all this hype, if it once again just becomes a mediocre game.
Well,
Yeah,
I feel like
I mean,
all games take a
Go
route
ahead.
where after a
Especially
few
with
years.
all the lore behind it. I love the universe. Like,
Right.
I love the classes. I love the enemies. I love the Taken King DLC. I love all that stuff. It's amazing. But for them to leave, like, you so short-handed, it's just like, ugh, I just want to strangle the life out
Baffling.
of them. Yeah,
There was
and
some
here's the
things that
thing.
were that they came back to though that I felt like was like in Destiny 1. They did come back and revamp a bunch of stuff, which was nice. That's where I felt like they did listen to the community, but it was like to me maybe just a little bit too late, a little bit too late.
Like, if it's not on launch.
And a lot of it was stuff that you would have expected to be there at launch,
Yeah.
not stuff that needed to be put in later.
If it's not on
like some
launch-
basic ass
Cough,
shit.
cough, custom games.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not on launch, it's too late, honestly.
Yeah,
Also-
As far as I'm
that didn't come
concerned,
out until like the Rise of Iron.
The best developer as far as releasing complete games is Rockstar. And you got to even look at GTA 5. When they released GTA 5, you can argue it wasn't complete because it didn't come out with online, though they say that was because they wanted people to focus on the single player. I have my doubts because the online for that game didn't work right away. But yeah, I mean, even they, who are arguably one of the best, historically best gaming companies of all time, as far as quality to their games, have kind of released Grand Theft Auto 5 a little incomplete. And they, heists took a long time to come too. So, it's like even the best of them these days to some degree do it. It's just which of them do it less.
Blizzard.
Right.
Uh,
Right. So what I wanted to say something about that is we were talking about like lore and storytelling, and how Destiny just didn't really have much of a story. It did. It was just unfortunate they left a lot of it to the Grimoire, but then also like to like a read between the lines kind of aloof story that didn't have any direct concrete until
That
like
irritated me.
year 2 or year 3. So like Taken King and Rise of Iron, that's where they started actually putting a lot of, I feel like, a lot of lore into their stuff, but you had to go and seek it out in weird ways and stuff. It was a bit more interactive. It wasn't as direct storytelling as we wanted. But then you look at Overwatch, and people say the same thing. They go, where's the storyline? Oh my god, there's no campaign. They start having a panic attack. But then you play the game for a month or two, you find a character you like, and you start listening to their dialogue. And it changes in character interactions and maps, and it's really in depth, and it starts to tell you a story. It's a completely different kind of storytelling for a game. I thought it was really, really, I don't want to say risky, but ballsy kind of. You know,
Well,
it
hey,
really showed some iron.
Okay, I'm gonna not try and hijack your podcast integrity, but since we're kind of naturally transitioning right here anyway, we've been talking about Destiny 2 for a long time. I'd really like to bring up the new Overwatch event because there's definitely some controversy going on about that. So speaking of like adding to the lore and stuff, yesterday in one of the new matches, I think it's the one called Necropolis. Correct me if I'm wrong, Burnz. But
So,
you
yeah.
start out in Sombra's room. So like me and Burnz shit ourselves yesterday when we first started the 3v3 match. Like, oh my god, this is Sombra's room, and you just look around and all you want to do is immediately quit the game, start a custom game, and go inspect the shit out of that room to see what's going on in there.
In fact,
Because,
after that
I mean,
game, that's exactly what I did, basically.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to play the new event yet. Are me and Burnz the only two that have?
Probably.
No, I think
Probably.
Blackwind you have, haven't you?
Yeah, I played for a couple hours yesterday with like RJ and Darkness and them.
Nice.
What do you think of the new event?
Genji looks like a fucking Power Ranger, and I still don't know what the story is in Overwatch.
Oh,
Maybe I'm just
So
dense.
that's where the meme came from. Holy shit! I saw it on Reddit. I'm like, what? Okay. Yeah, keep going.
Right.
Go
Blackwind,
Power
the story in
Genji.
Overwatch is still very obscure, but there are animated shorts that you should watch that Burnz made me watch
Yeah,
that
I've
really
seen
connect
them.
the dots. So it's like
But
the
it's
story
still
right
like-
now is still connecting all the dots. Like if you've seen all that stuff about like Sombra's web, you know, where it like you know what I'm talking about, Burnz, right?
She's got like this web, and on one of the new maps.
But that is the
Castillo,
storyline right now for
Castillo?
Overwatch. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that, Burnz, that's the best way I can describe it. It's like here are the pieces. Try and fit it
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, Sombra's DLC, if you will call it that, because it's not really a downloaded content. It's just her update, the Sombra installation to the game. Really, it gave us the map. We had a bunch of pieces. We didn't know how that fit out, but I feel like it gave us this map. And now in Castillo, I think is how it's pronounced or what it's called. It's one of the newest maps. She's got this little room, and up on the wall, there's another little demonstration of this map. But from looking through the map, what I found interesting was that the center of the map where there's the
It's not Necropolis. Yeah, it's Castillo. You're
where's
right.
the there's the eye, the eye in the center of the map. So
that's
interestingly
funny.
enough, I went and looked at one of her little computers she has set up in there, and she has that icon set up there, and it's set up as though it's like some type of a search engine for her. But then if you
Weird.
go look at the map on the wall, the way it's set up, it's like she's set up in between the eye. There's like the eye, then there's like her, and then there's like Overwatch and the other the other things for like Dorado and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know, really interesting how they tell the story. But it was harder to piece that stuff together before she came out. I felt she put everything
Yeah.
into place.
So if for those of you who don't know, the new event is it's not exactly what I thought it was going to be. There's some good things to it. Honestly, these are the player icons that you have. Right now, these are my favorite player icons I've ever had. There's some cool skins. There's some not so cool skins. The dances are whatever, but they're very Blizzard at the same time. Like all the characters got a new emote and it's a dance. If you
Actually,
played
found out
WoW, if you played anything or whatever, like that's very Blizzard. So I'm
each
not surprised they
dance
did that.
is a reference to like something else. By the way, like um,
I
I
wouldn't
don't
be
know. I'm
surprised if I watch one of the dance and be like, "That's the night elf dance." Like
well, like
I wouldn't be, like
there's a dance that's done. I don't know where this dance is from. If it was done somewhere else, but I know it from Robot Chicken in a Voltron skit. And Diva does this dance, or pretty much verbatim does this dance. And I'm like, well, okay, that's a really obscure reference. I kind of can't believe that went in there.
no.
So it's
See,
got to
I
be
think
from
that's
something else too.
I think that's okay with it, and I think it's a very if you're a fan of Blizzard, if you've played Blizzard games, this is a very Blizzard thing for them to do. So it's not a
Right.
surprise,
Okay.
kind of. Like
Okay.
I totally no, yeah, I like it, but they gave us 3 new maps. Necropolis is one of them. The one Burnz was just talking about is another one. I cannot remember the name of the third one.
Black
But there's
Forest.
yes, Black Forest. It's another. It's like Eichenwald. All 3 maps are solid 3v3 maps, and the new events are all 3v3 PvP events. And well, there's the 6v6 Mayhem one, right?
Yeah, there's the. It's kind of like a play. It's a Total Mayhem or something. It's kind of like a different rendition of No Limits. Um, and then the 3v3 Lockout is really fun. I like that. However, I have to concur with some of the upset Overwatch community at the moment. I don't think they should have taken away standard
Regular
3v3s.
3v3s. I agree.
I don't see why they couldn't just rework that UI and make those boxes a little bit smaller and give us a couple extra options. Maybe the
Right,
game
I
can't
agree.
handle it, which if that's the case, I would really like game companies in the future to think ahead of themselves and not fully fill up their game so that they can't extend it later based on the whatever engines or tools they're using to build it with.
Yeah. So in this 3v3 mode, it is essentially it's just like a normal 3v3. You pick your 3 characters, the enemy picks their 3 characters, you go head to head. If you win, you cannot pick any of the 3 characters that your team just used to win the game with. However, the team that lost can use those again. So it forces you to switch up team comps and play different characters. It's really cool. It's really competitive, and it's really. I mean, we found some killer comps. For anyone who listens and wants to know an off-balance comp that people won't expect and will shred people, Lucio, Winston, McCree. We win almost every single time with that comp.
It's
our go-to
really solid.
comp to
It's a
win.
mini dive comp, and it works really well. It's not against everything, but it does work very well. Okay, on that note, I just want to say that, yes, though that part of it is great, and I love all that. I also understand that the way this is to help mediate the one-trick pony symptom. So the people who play
Yeah.
only one character, that's not your game type if you want to stay like that. But if you're willing to explore more and to open yourself up and to spend a little bit of your time, I know you just probably got off work and you don't have all the time in the world, to try a new character. Maybe try this game type, because this is going to be a good game type for learning how to do those things
I
without being
would
under
like
6v6
you
pressure.
to indulge a little bit more in just the fucking moronic conversation you had with somebody earlier who will remain unnamed about his fucking. It was just
Well,
the fucking most hypocritical
We got into an
conversation I've heard in
opinionated
forever.
debate about it for a minute, and it was, to me, it was kind of one-sided. They weren't being as open-minded about it. They decided to shut down that game type and to talk openly negatively about it within its first 24 hours of being live. Because so many one-trick ponies go in there and they can't play other characters, so it's a really bad experience for them. Well, I said, well, first of all, they're probably just going in there to get that loot box because they'd really like it. And, it is a challenging experience. I have a set amount of characters I play and I'm comfortable on, and there are ones that I'm still kind of dabbling with. I consider myself a bit more of a flex player and not a player who has a main. I don't. I wish I had a main, I guess, but I don't. And in this game type, you would need to be a little bit more flexible. It teaches you to be a little bit more flexible. And I think like one of our biggest problems in general quick play, I'm speaking from like a gold standard, from like gold, not, maybe somewhere between gold and plat. I'm definitely not a diamond. You know, I understand it's a different game for like grandmasters and them, and they feel differently. But I want less one-trick ponies. I want I don't
Exactly.
care if you're a Pharah main or if you're a Genji main or a Lucio main. I don't. It's great. I'm glad that you're very good with those characters. But those characters, what I've learned from playing with a lot of people
They're a
who
dime
main
a
that thing.
fucking dozen.
Not just that, but you're forcing a team comp. You're forcing a specific scenario upon your team that maybe they can't actually provide for. And this is supposed to be a team game, right? And there is no what is this saying? There's no I in team. So why is that game type? Why is that play style supported in a team game?
Okay.
Not gonna argue.
Since Overwatch has been like the topic that only you two have been talking about, let's move on to something else. Like E3, something that we should be all be able to talk about.
For sure.
Blackwind, what are you looking forward to at E3?
The panels, definitely all the presentations from major game companies. No one in particularly right now. With E3, it's pretty much every year. It's just I watch the whole thing, and then afterwards I go through it, geek out over shit, and then start looking at what I'm actually gonna get.
We should probably plan on reporting a COGCast that night.
So nothing in particular.
Maybe.
So nothing in particular, Blackwind.
Not at the moment, no.
Okay, sure. Dregs.
I wouldn't say really anything at the moment. Like I have some other stuff that I'd like to play. That's I don't know if they're gonna release anything for, like Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh yeah, sure. Completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't
Dregs
think
is a
this would be out
PS
E3.
player.
I'm multilateral, and
You go both
I'm
ways.
kind of hoping we get to see Doomfist, because me and my friend at work we make fun of Doomfist, thinking he's gonna be like an albino midget. So if that happens, if Blizzard releases that, I'll be happy.
Okay. And I am looking forward to South Park. Hopefully they release some more stuff. I'm actually also looking forward to Far Cry. I don't know why. I mean, I know it's probably rehashed.
The new Far Cry looks cool.
I just like the theme. I mean, I don't mind doing the same
I do
thing
too.
as like Far Cry 3 and 4. As long as the story's good and it's the same kind of theme of like hunting and like taking down guards and stuff, I'm down with it. It's totally my thing.
Far Cry 4, Far Cry 4 was a great game. The only complaint I have about Far Cry 4 is they underutilized what could have been a really iconic villain.
Oh, yeah, you have a point. Yeah.
He was totally underutilized. And I felt like it was because they were too afraid to stand up to the villain in Far Cry 3. Vaz, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Dude who was just amazing.
He was
But
horrifying. Yeah.
but the villain in Far Cry 4 was in a league of his own as well.
Mhm.
Like he could have been a good villain.
Yeah, for sure.
And they just didn't ever
Got the bad with him.
try and step up into it.
Yeah.
No, he spends most of his time off screen. You only see him in game like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
That's wildly depressing.
But like the trailer depicts him as one of those,
Yeah.
calm but like can quickly get insane kind of person. It's very. It's one of those like you never know when he's gonna snap and like fuck you up. But yeah.
He's like Kylo Ren but less emo.
Okay.
I am glad that actually sums it up nice.
Okay.
Thank you, War.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I guess on the Sony side, I'm looking forward to Final Fantasy because I've never played Final Fantasy VII. I watched the movie. I was confused as hell. I was very confused. So
I have literally put hundreds of hours into Final Fantasy VII.
yeah. So like, I mean, I tried to, but then when
I'm ready.
played it on my phone, it's like it's so 2D. I don't understand what's going on. So I don't mind playing it on
So 2D.
It's like I don't understand it really. It's anyway. I mean, if I have an excuse to buy a PS4, then sure. Because I mean, they do have Horizon Zero Dawn and it's been very well praised. And
I have that game, and that game is
There's
beautiful.
a lot of reasons to buy a
yeah,
PS4
like
right now.
Last of Us 2. Oh god, holy shit! I completely forgot about that. Last of Us 2. God, I can't wait for that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, I still haven't played Last of Us.
Yeah, and Kingdom Hearts. I mean, if it's a new one, I wouldn't mind trying it out because I'm pretty sure it's like Final Fantasy, but with Disney characters as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Pretty
if
much.
you want to get caught up, if nobody's played it, they just released like a whole
Kingdom Hearts
collection,
isn't
which comes
turn-based
with.
though.
No, it's not.
No.
Yeah.
It's. I don't think it's not turn based. It's like
Oh, it's not. Oh,
you move. I think you like run around and get into the.
It's a hack and
fight.
slash.
You fight.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kind of.
okay. I thought it would be like a turn-based thing. Okay, never mind then.
No.
No, I don't think it's not like the turn. Well, I think there are some fights that are sort of like that, but it's not. It's not a turn-based.
Okay.
No, that's
No.
one of the systems where they started exploring and developing a non-turn-based.
Right. Yeah. And
But yeah, if you guys want to get caught up on it, there's like a whole collection. It comes with 5 games.
Jesus.
First 2 Final Mixes, Chain of Memories,
Mhm.
or sorry, 4 Chain of Memories and Birth by Sleep, and they're all like HD.
Mhm.
That gives you like 2 whole games of or 2 whole other things of cutscenes. So it's a pretty nice collection for I think like $40.
Yeah, and I mean that's about it. I mean, I kind of want to see what Nintendo has in store because I mean they released the Switch and they have like a ton of game. They should have more games coming out. I'm kind of interested in what they have in store.
It's funny how you bring them up because I was literally just looking at the schedule for E3 and they have little like asterisks here by Nintendo. It says, as in previous years, Nintendo has opted out of having a traditional E3 press conference. Instead, Nintendo will be live
Yeah,
streaming
they send a video.
its Nintendo Switch presentation.
It's kind
I love
it's,
that.
it's kind of like they send a video and be like,
we're not going to
yeah.
do your thing, but here's our thing.
Like every single time I see the Nintendo press conference, I mean it's fine, sure they can do what they want to do, but it's kind of like holy crap, isn't it kind of cheap? Like a cop out, kind of like a yo, here's our video, just play on the screen and just kind of like DJing nowadays.
Yeah, here's her video.
I've seen
take
some
it.
awkward ones from them. I'll just say I've seen some awkward ones from them.
Oh, yeah, there are a lot of awkward stuff here and there, like the Microsoft. What was the press conference where they were like showing a video but there's no sound or some shit? Like this, there was like a dragon game that. Anyway, it was
Oh
that
god.
was so awkward,
Yeah.
especially.
I remember that live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a Dragon Force game, or I don't remember. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and the second most awkward is probably actually no, nothing probably tops Dance Central. Tops Dance Central, like awkwardness. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it before,
Right.
but like it's basically like 50 dancers come on stage and it's dancing with like Usher like singing in the background, and it's like everyone's like, oh my god, who the hell plays Dance Central?
Oh god.
Fun fact: Dance Central has like 1 star out of 10, but it's one of the most sold games in Ubisoft history, or something like that.
Whoa. Crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ubisoft, one of the games that I am most looking forward to learning more about at E3 this year is the new Assassin's Creed, and I'm hoping for Egypt. They took a year off from making games,
Ooh.
and they made a relatively shitty movie. So hopefully they made a good game. And I'm really, really pulling for some ingenuity, some new mechanics, some different things from the series. Though I gotta say, Syndicate I really liked a lot, but I needed a little break, and the series needs a little bit of a refresher. So I'm really hoping that this new Assassin's Creed game is going to be top.
Yeah, I mean, they
Was
lost.
the movie really that bad?
No, yeah,
They lost.
Yeah.
no.
No, yeah.
They lost me on the third one, honestly. Like, okay, the first game was amazing, just straight to the point. Second one, okay, there's a little more stuff here and there. Third one, it's like, holy crap, I want to do this main quest, but there's like a side thing where you have to like buy a house and you have to train people. I'm like, holy crap.
by saying Assassin's Creed 3, are you throwing Brotherhood and Revelations all into Assassin's Creed 2?
Yeah.
Because technically, Assassin's Creed 3 was the 5th Assassin's Creed game.
Okay, fine. Like, I mean, I think I played all of Assassin's Creed 2, where it's like Ezio. right?
I've played every single one, and I've played except for Unity. I never beat Unity. Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and Assassin's Creed Revelation is all Ezio.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 1 is Altair, and Assassin's Creed 3 is
It was that bad, right?
Connor.
Yeah,
the
Connor.
Indian.
I wanna say
the Indian,
Connor.
like the native Indian.
Yeah, no, and I think
The UK
Black
one,
Flag
wasn't it?
Who was Black Flag?
Black Flag was
Black Flag
pirates.
was amazing.
Okay, all I can say.
Black Flag was
okay,
amazing.
I honestly stopped playing when they introduced like we go in the UK and you have like Benjamin Franklin around. Like shooting a gun would take 15 seconds to reload. Like I'm not even joking. It was like 15 seconds. I swear to God. And after that, I'm just like, oh my God, no more. I just can't do this anymore. So yeah, I mean, they have cool trailers, cool shit, but I just can't play it anymore.
I love them. I love Ubisoft. I think, despite them not having a game in like my top, well, they do probably have a game in my top 5 if I sat there and really think about it. I still think they're the most consistent developer out there. They produce so many games that are so interesting, but they also produce a lot of games that like don't exactly live up to the hype.
Watch Dogs.
The Division. So yeah,
Oh man.
there's that.
And did you guys hear about
I was like hyped for the Division for 5 seconds.
Dude, I was so hyped for that game. I loved that game, and then I beat it, and I was like, "Oh, there's nothing left." Like,
Oh man. Did you guys hear about Halo 5 having 343 having a little something to show? I'm like, God, it's gonna be another fucking DLC. Not the DLC, like what do you call this? Packet? Oh, I don't know how.
one of those weird
More skins.
teaser Halo 6 trailers.
No, apparently there's not gonna be any Halo 6 stuff. It's just gonna be something. I don't know what it is. Can you imagine if Halo 3 Anniversary gets announced? Like, how much backlash? Not backlash. How much like hype it's gonna get, and people will be like, "Yo, be careful. It might be complete shit."
Right.
No, it won't. They're only really because they'd only be remastering one game, not fucking however many they ever did with MCC.
It's Halo 3. They have a huge following. As long as it works, you can play matchmaking, and it's like they don't even have to
Exactly.
remaster it.
Update the graphics. You don't even do anything really. Exactly. Yeah. If they update the graphics and fuck it up, just reship Halo 3 on the Xbox One. Let me earn those achievements all over again.
Does Blackwind have anything to say? Is Blackwind there?
About what?
I don't know anything about E3.
I already said what I had to say about E3. You asked me first, I think.
I don't know, but then like if you want to have like anything else you want to like input.
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, last year I went to E3 and like physically went to E3 and holy crap, it was one of those sort of it's a bucket list kind of thing. Not because I get to play games. It's just the way they set up the stands. Like for Resident Evil 7, they set up a house. They made a freaking house inside the stadium. Not stadium.
Dude, I
the
saw
hall.
that. That was crazy.
Like, what in the world? I thought it was... I don't know what it was. I didn't know Resident Evil 7 was even out. Like, was made. And then I was asking the person... I was curious. I wasn't actually going to go inside. Like, they're like, oh, yeah, it's where you can play virtual reality Resident Evil inside. I'm like, holy crap. Because I thought it was one of those... I thought it was a haunted house at first.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's a VR experience. I'm like, holy crap. So, like, they have, like, rooms inside where you can play VR. And
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah, and like, I swear to God, they have like a section dedicated for VR. So they have like Batman VR, Resident Evil VR, like a lot of different VR stuff.
Still need to play that game. Speaking of
It is
Resident Evil
pretty good.
7. Yeah, you just made me think that too.
It's a pretty good game.
I'm playing a
Like,
lot of games right now, though. I
I
don't
haven't been
have
playing
room for it.
Like what I miss is really good horror games. Like the only one I'm honestly looking out for is Friday the 13th, obviously.
I am looking forward to that game too.
Wait, how about like Outlast 2 and like Resident Evil 7? Like, those are good games. Well, as far as I know. Are they not?
I haven't played them.
Outlast 2.
What?
I've heard good
What
things
was it?
about Outlast.
Outlast.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I wasn't big into Outlast. I tried it. I just couldn't get into it.
Oh, well, that sucks. I was forced to play it, but
Too scared?
with my friends. It was like, it was a pretty good game because I've never finished a horror game.
No,
It was basically like Amnesia: Dark Descent,
Basically,
You know what I would be
but with a
stoked
camera.
for at E3 or something like that? I'd like an announcement for a really good Street Fighter on Xbox. Like classic-y kind of like Marvel versus Capcom or like a Street Fighter.
Marvel vs.
esque
Capcom
kind of
Infinite
game.
is coming out.
yeah, it is coming
I
out.
just want something like that for Xbox. That'd be very satisfactory for me.
I
Yeah,
think that's coming out. For
yeah, it is coming out for
Xbox.
Xbox.
Thank God. I've been waiting for a good fighting game. Like Killer
And it
Instinct has been like the
has,
only fighting game that I would play on this console right now, and it's not the best. Killer Instinct.
I
Marvel
am
vs.
also
Capcom is
hoping
very
there
unforgiving.
is some Star Wars reveal. There are a lot of companies working on different Star Wars games right now. So I'm hoping to see something other than Battlefront. Not that I'm not excited with Battlefront, but I want to see a different type of Star Wars game, man. I was so excited for 1313, that Star Wars game that got canceled when LucasArts was bought out, and it was almost complete. Like, I'm really excited for some of the potential that they have with those, with the studios behind some of those games in the future. So maybe we'll see some this year, maybe not. It might be too soon still.
Right.
I was gonna forget to say.
Yeah, I believe I was telling you about that, Burnz. Like the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite $200 collector's edition comes with Infinity Stones
Oh shit!
and 4 statues.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
kidding.
saw that. I saw
Comes
that.
with
No, that looks pretty
Mega
cool.
Man X statue, a Chun-Li statue, Iron Man statue. I forget who the other statue was, but Infinity Stones, the game, in a steelbook case,
And this is Marvel vs. Capcom.
and Sigma.
Damn.
It comes
Ooh,
with, I think.
Wow. Damn.
that's
Think more wallpaper or something like that?
expensive for that, but you get so much stuff. I can't really argue with that. I guess to some degree.
There's more.
Some
stuff
of these
that's
like
with it.
collector's editions things are kind of starting to get really ridiculously overpriced. The Destiny 2
That
one is like
sounds
$250,
That
but
was
you
a good
get
one,
this.
though.
But you get the Destiny 2 one. You get this. I bought the collector's edition for Destiny 1. It was $150. I got the Dinklebot talking, USB ghost. That's pretty cool. I got all that.
Which
stuff.
is obsolete now because
Um,
he's no longer Dinklebot. Or there's no such thing
Yeah, but
as
it's like
Dinklebot.
collect-
Nolan bot
'Cause
or
it's
North
Dink-
bot.
Nolanbot. Yeah, right. Northbot.
Dinklebot for life. That's all I'm saying. Dinklebot for life.
Get outta here.
Okay. So I bought that, but I really, really, really want the $251 one for whatever for Destiny 2, just because of this crazy cool bag that comes with it. It's probably gonna be filled with a lot of goodies and lore, but I would never pay $250 for it. Sorry, that's just too much. That's like pretty much an entirely new console.
It is
Are
basically.
you crazy?
I think
Apparently, I am because I'm the idiot that paid $250 for the limited collectors of Halo 5.
Oh god.
There you go.
I
Yep.
paid, I think it was $150 for the Ultimate Collector's Edition of Reach that came with the statue.
Well,
I
I
got
did
that one,
that too. I did that too.
I still have
But
my
I mean,
statue on display.
But I feel
in
like
my house.
that's
I love
like
that
reasonable for
And
that's
Halsey's
like pushing
journal.
the boundaries. That's pushing
No,
the
I thought
boundaries,
that
but
was
that's
a reasonable
reasonable.
price for what they gave us.
I paid $140 for this Dragon Ball Xenoverse. It was really detailed statue. Like the amount of detail was in it, but it's a little bit ridiculous.
I just look at it like,
haven't
look,
gotten,
look, dude.
A collector's
You're getting a
edition in a
statue.
while.
You're getting a statue, and all the cool stuff is cool. You get to hold on to it for a long time, longer than the game is going to be cool. You'll have that statue. That's awesome. But the thing is that you're paying like, if you didn't buy that, you'd be paying like 60, 70, $80 maybe for this game. Then, because they fucking sell you like, a year, 2 or 3 years worth of $60 DLCs or $40 DLCs, it's like it just never ends. It's just price tag, price tag, price tag. Oh, and then now like that's like, not trying to jump back onto the Destiny 2 train, but or from Destiny 1 they did the whole Eververse microtransactions thing, and that's just what every event became about. So not only do you have to deal with, like, if you're trying to you buy the collector's edition, then you're gonna buy all the DLCs. Maybe you'll get a season's pass and that's cool, but that might run out if the game is really successful and it goes much longer. You're looking at more. It's just price tag.
Well, okay, I want to change the topic up here a little bit. It seems like in this last year or so, with the major games, Halo 5 and Overwatch specifically, free DLC is kind of coming back a little bit. I mean, do we really think that season passes are going to be a thing for that much longer? The gaming community has essentially realized what they are at this point in time. A complete scam. You could. I believe it's rumored anyway that 343 gave all the DLC for Halo 5 away because of how bad of a fuck up MCC was. But why is Overwatch doing it? Overwatch, all their stuff is free as well.
Well,
Universe 2 does it as well. Like, whenever they released a DLC, they give you a big ass update with a bunch of new stuff. You can get in the game. So they're still, like they said, even after all this DLC is over, they're going to continue the game and everything's going to be free.
Like, the only way for that to work is skins. You need skins. If not, you need something to sell.
I was just say, in Overwatch, I don't mind because of
Xenoverse 2 isn't skins.
Then what is it?
They gave out, I believe they gave out free characters.
Damn, props
I can't
to
remember
them.
who they gave out.
So you're saying that the only way to get rid of season passes and paid DLC is to add microtransactions in game?
How else would they make money? But basically, yeah.
I just didn't think they needed to make more money off of us for the same game over and over again. But that's just, I guess,
I mean, it's a
the
business.
humanitarian in me and not the business.
At the end of the
person
day,
in
it's
me.
still a business, and they need to make money. So,
Yeah,
but see, that's just an evolution of business. That's just the newest layer of the charges, right? Okay, well, let's fast forward to like 10, 15 years from now. How many more layers of those charges are we going to have to get through to just enjoy our fucking game?
Well, look, dude, it's not like the microtransaction in Overwatch or Halo ruined the game or made the game any easier in any way, shape, and form. If you can have microtransactions set up like that, like those systems, I'm fine with it.
that's why I said skins.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's okay.
Like it's set up well. Like, it's, especially for like Overwatch, it's all just like aesthetic stuff. It doesn't affect the gameplay. It doesn't make it pay to win. It's just pay to look a certain way. Like, all the
it's not even that.
Continues to remain free.
In Overwatch, you can't actually even buy what you want to buy. You can only buy something that may or may not have what you want in it. Most likely not.
Right. Same
Exactly.
with Halo
It's pay to
5's
have the
gold
chance to
packs
have
and
it.
shit.
And then let's look at it. So
There's people who probably just get addicted to that.
They're not making you buy it, right? But they are saying, okay, but if you don't buy it now, this specific skin is not going to be available until, later or maybe never.
Like, it's a different way to support the game. Like
I support that.
some of these things sometimes for these aesthetic reasons, and we can continue to give you like free actual like game content. Like, in that sense, I understand the whole concept behind microtransactions.
I do too. I do too. I guess I never thought of it that way. And if that's the way they're going with it, I'm fine with it. I do not like season passes. I think they're bullshit. I think Battlefronts was a huge
God.
joke. I mean, they did end up delivering. I'll give them that. They
Not
did.
really.
It just didn't they give everything plus? They gave you everything that you knew you were getting with the deal with the.
And they gave you
the
some
season
free
pass.
stuff as well.
The season pass, it was another $60 of bullshit. They never fixed their servers.
No, they never did that.
And most of the content that you got of the season pass, it was like one new game mode, a couple new guns, and maybe a new map. Like, it was half-assed and bullshit. Sorry, I'm still sore over Battlefront because I ran that squad for like a year. Like, I
We
had
ran
to
that
put up
dead
with
into
the
the fucking
absolute.
ground.
Yeah, it never got better. By the time Scarab
take
came
your
out,
word
the
for it.
last DLC, it was just like, what the hell is the point?
What the fuck ever.
Yeah, no one cared
it seemed
anymore.
like the
there
only
was
people
one
that were
cool new
playing
gun.
were playing just to like just to kind of like be like, oh, this is Scarif. Cool.
Yeah,
I just
like
saw this in
the
the
entire
movie theaters.
season
And the bad-
pass, like even because you hardly ever used it, because aside from the guns and the star cards, because not everyone had it, it just divided the player base. So all anyone did was the main
I know.
multiplayer.
That's what I fucking absolutely hate about season pass in multiplayer games with map packs, because the maps never fucking get used ever. You go and spend the money, and like you're one of like fucking 10. And you're like, oh, cool, so I can play this map with you guys. That's really awesome. And then spend a fucking hour looking for another game. All right, fun.
Yeah, the best bet with that sort of stuff is to keep it with a story mode. Like Fallout
Oh,
usually, like Fallout
yeah,
3
where
did,
was the
like, it
story
gave you, like,
mode
4
in
or 5
Battlefront?
story modes.
Another one of those games.
I heard Battlefront 2 is not going to have season passes, but I might be dreaming, but you know.
Yeah, I heard
See, that
too,
would be another step in the right direction. But that wouldn't surprise me, because they're opening it up to all eras of the universe, right? So there is a shit ton of, like we were talking about, skins and armors and weapons and da-da-da-da that you can all purchase. And, you know, shit that's probably not going to come with the game, like all the different they added like 2 different stormtroopers in Rogue One alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be clones now. All the clones have different armors. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So
it's like the
doesn't
Sand
surprise
Trooper.
me.
Although, in comparison to like Overwatch and Halo 5, I still have a problem with the way Battlefront did it, because they didn't do just aesthetic stuff. They did like star cards and weapons, so it still became pay to win instead of just looking cool.
You know what I miss?
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I miss? I cannot really miss, but what I find annoying is that game companies have to announce these features that is going to be back. Everyone goes hype over it, when these features were already in fucking 5 years ago, and they took it away. And now they're bringing it back. It's like, oh yeah, there's a new thing, custom games. This new thing, freaking
Right.
like it's
Right.
not supposed to be gone in the first place.
We made before.
Yeah. Like nowadays, it's just like, oh yeah, we have this new thing, custom games. Like, I mean, it's not supposed to be new. It's supposed to be there the whole damn time. Oh yeah, you have this DLC. We're gonna announce free DLC, new free maps. Free maps has been there since like year 2000. Like, game companies in the past, they used to give you free maps for free, and you don't have to pay for them.
Right.
Now it's just like, yo, we're gonna give you free maps now. Everyone goes crazy. It's like, it's supposed to be in the core game already. Why did they make it so that we have to pay more? Like, seriously.
Profit!
Well,
I mean, obviously.
Trump is obviously making America great again.
So it's
I see what you did
Yeah.
there.
No, we're not going
Sleight of
there.
hand.
I don't care. What's
Yeah.
Anyway.
going on?
okay. Anyway, yeah.
I'm not interested in
Any
politics.
closing thoughts? Because we're hitting the 1 hour mark.
I wanted to talk for more than 1 hour.
I mean, it's up to you.
I mean, unless Integrity's computer is running
No.
out of
I'm
space.
good. Okay, I guess we can keep talking. So there was this story that I'm not sure if I told you guys. So I was at E3 and I was looking at the Sony VR thing, where they have this like the Sony PlayStation VR, and their PlayStation like plastic gun thing where they can use with the VR. And like, I was looking at it, and some guys in suits were coming by. I'm like, oh god, these guys probably out here ruining games and like making decisions that, you know, make DLCs more expensive than shit. And then I look at one of them, I'm like, holy shit, it's a fucking CEO of Nintendo, like that freaking Nintendo of America. I'm like, holy fucking shit. And then I kind of froze because I wasn't sure it was actually him. and then he walked away with. I was gonna say like, oh yo, can I take a picture? But he walked away. But he was with his entourage, and he just walked away into the crowd. I'm like, oh motherfucker, I just missed my chance. Shit. I'm pretty sure it was him, because he walked into this like VIP section. So yeah, I just wanted to.
Wait a minute. Never mind. I was about to say something totally inappropriate.
It's the.
You might as well.
Yeah, you can't influence it.
I was just thinking it was funny that Integrity is of an Asian denomination and had trouble telling Asians apart.
No, it's not the Japanese section. It's not the CEO. Like, it's not the Nintendo of Japan. It's the Nintendo of America. It's that.
Is he a white dude?
No, he's like Hispanic or something. I don't know what.
What the fuck? Where has this conversation gone?
Give me a second.
Fucking
More
word.
integrity.
Google Nintendo of America. You'll see the guy, I guess, or the CEO.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for that.
Okay, fine.
Who?
The guy in charge of the Nintendo
Off
America.
topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Off
I
topic,
haven't
just,
cared about Nintendo since GameCube, so no, I don't. I do not care to Google who's in charge of that failing company.
I don't think it's fair, but you know.
Well, they're swimming on piles and piles of money, but
Yeah, okay, until Pokemon decides to turn on him.
Dude, Zelda outsold the Switch. Like, did you hear about that?
Yeah, okay,
That's crazy.
Zelda comes out once every 10 years.
once every 3 or 4 years.
No, it's longer than that.
Zelda sells consoles.
Dude, they came out with a Link
Seriously.
Between Worlds out not too long ago. A couple
What-
years ago.
What system is that like a? That's not on a like a Wii, is it?
The Switch.
No, it's on a DS.
The DS.
It's a new
That
Zelda
doesn't
game.
fucking count. That's me
Yes,
being
it
like,
does.
yeah, Halo Wars 2 is Halo. No,
Oh my god.
no.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Halo Wars
Yeah, 'cause
2
you
is
know
Halo.
No. Oh, a Halo game came out this year where you got to, No, it didn't. Halo Wars 2 came out this year.
Fucking Halo game.
I mean, you can say a Halo FPS game did not come out, but a Halo, RTS
No,
game.
it's not Halo.
It's Halo. I love it, but it's not the same thing.
It's not an FPS, it's an RTS, but it's still Halo, and it's still a fucking game. Like, it's a different kind of game.
Not a Halo game.
It's a fucking Halo game, War.
It's a Halo Wars 2 game.
It's still a Halo game.
It's Halo Wars 2 game. It's in the Halo universe.
Let's just
Difference.
say Wars, right? Because he's just going to keep arguing with this.
I can go all night. Like, come on.
Yeah, well, I don't want to go on.
All right, it's mostly a Halo game.
There, he bent a little bit. Okay, we're done with this. We're done with that part of the conversation.
Although there is something I want to ask War, because I saw a message in the Discord chats earlier, and without giving anything away, I've heard a lot of like differing opinions. Was Alien Covenant good?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm going to see it this weekend.
because I've been real iffy about that movie since it was announced, and I've heard
We're
a lot of
seeing
different
it-
things. Some say it's good, some say it's bad, so I don't really know what to think right now.
Worth seeing it in theaters. Better than Prometheus. Not as good as Alien 1 or 2.
Okay.
As someone who hasn't ever watched Alien, ever at all.
You should.
How have you?
Like,
Wow.
right fucking now, Integrity.
Let's go watch the first one.
Fucking
Okay.
You
stop
are
recording this, go watch
definitely
Alien
missing
and
out.
come back.
Okay. So what is it? What is? Can you explain Alien to me, basically? Just the concept of Alien.
Yes.
One
Okay,
of the best
well, believe
sci-fi
it or
horror
not,
movies of all time.
There's an alien in it.
Oh, really? Okay.
In space, no one can hear you
There
scream.
you go.
I thought it was someone crossing the border,
There you
but okay,
go.
sure.
That's the subplot.
It's a subplot.
You
Basically.
don't want to give it away.
I mean, okay, I watched Alien versus Predator. I watched
Oh, okay, don't.
I
Oh.
watched Predator.
Don't even
It's
go
so bad
there.
that you
Don't
haven't
even
seen the original
fucking
Alien
go there.
Integrity. No.
I watched Predator.
Bad.
I watched
Okay,
Predator's
Predator,
good.
the original
What was-
Predator, and Predator
the first-
2. are canon and they are good. I don't care what anybody says. This AVP crap is
I
just
like
for the
one with Adrian
new
Brody,
age
Predators.
wannabes.
I mean,
I like that one.
I,
It's a
No.
good Lawrence
what
Fishburne.
was the Alien movie before? Prometheus? I watched that one.
Yeah.
Prometheus.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with Alien.
I've got a
except
lot
for
of
it kinda
problems
does.
It's like a
with
prequel.
Prometheus myself.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Like, I won't get into it because I'll be ranting for like an hour, but bottom line integrity,
Yeah.
the first Alien, one of the best sci-fi horror movies of all time. Like, if
All
anyone
time.
hasn't seen it, you need to see it.
Okay.
And
You are
all I
severely
have to
missing
say about Alien 2 is that it pretty much invented Space Marines as we know it.
Okay.
Halo
Aliens,
wouldn't
yeah, pretty
exist
much.
the way we think of it without Halo or without Aliens.
Aliens, yeah.
Okay.
And plus, game over, man, game over.
Oh, so that's what
the
it's from.
best
Right.
lines
Bill
in
Paxton.
human history.
Alright.
The late Bill Paxton.
Okay.
He will forever be
good.
missed.
Yeah, may he rest in peace.
Yep.
H.R. Giger, too.
Yeah.
Since
Right.
Yeah.
since our structure is basically broken down, and you've brought up Space Marines, who here has actually played StarCraft?
Me.
I played it bits and pieces. I was a Warcraft guy myself.
Okay. I mean, so you understand the whole you understand RTS, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I played Warcraft as well. Blackwind, Dregs.
No. I thought about it, but
Because
About StarCraft?
yeah, StarCraft.
So good.
Yeah.
No.
It's free right now. I was thinking like, crap. Should I play with you guys, or I don't even know if I want to play.
No, dude, you're Asian. You have a natural advantage at those games.
I'll be honest. I
Wow.
I don't play.
poor
God damn.
people. Fucking.
No,
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna argue with that one.
no.
That is pretty hard. That is
I've
pretty
actually
hard.
played StarCraft. He's not really wrong.
No, dude. They clearly don't know what they're fucking
Oh,
getting
my God.
into. That's what I'm trying to save them from.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
Your team
Halo,
clearly-
again, not us
This
trying to be
meme
too much
was
of a stab at, not trying to be too much of a stab at like certain companies, but Halo Wars was just StarCraft with a Halo skin literally like peeled over it and some functioning differences, but not much. Like
Yeah.
they even have the same voice lines, and I don't know if they did
Streamlined
that
to
as
play
like
on
a
a
tip to
console.
the
Wait,
hat,
did you know how?
or if it was just lazy.
Wait, did you know how Halo Wars is made? Certain
No,
yes,
I'm assuming they just
Certain Infinity made it,
colored
right?
over. Yeah.
Yes.
They didn't use protection?
So basically, Certain Infinity, they made this RTS game, but they didn't know what the hell to skin it on. They were gonna do like World War II or something, but Microsoft's like, "Yo, we have Halo. You want to put it on?" They're like, "Oh yeah, sure." And that's how Halo Wars was made. I am not joking.
But
With a
why is it
badass
exactly
story.
like StarCraft? I mean, they have the supply depot. They have like units, things. They have several items and things that are just called the exact same stuff, and they have some voice lines that are almost identical.
StarCraft.
It's probably a tip to the hat in some aspects, and some probably just slip by.
I mean,
you've seen the creative aspect of it, Burnz. Like in my writing and stuff, when I accidentally called
Mhm.
that place Elios, and you're like, "Yo, that's a place in Overwatch," and I was like, "Fuck!"
Yeah.
Like,
No, I know what you
I
mean.
mean,
I just
they made the core
I
game.
expect more
They
originality.
made
out
the
of
core gameplay, but like the
Yeah.
art stuff, they just like added on after they got the IP of Halo.
Dude, the story. Okay, say what you will about Halo Wars, but the storyline in Halo Wars is phenomenal.
It is. And
Like-
Blur did amazing with the cutscenes.
They
It looks
dude,
fantastic.
That cutscene where fucking Carter, or I think it's whatever
What happened?
the Spartans, and the Marine fucking face off with the elites on the bridge, and
Right, where they're
they-
taking
you
the
know,
core up
yeah.
to blow shit
Yeah.
up. It was
Yeah.
Sergeant Forge versus the Arbiter,
Yeah, Sergeant
right?
Forge, thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he fucking dude when he just drops to the ground and just unloads the pistol into his hand, like it was just, it was like even Halo hadn't nailed combat that realistically between a Marine and a Spartan, or I mean a Marine and an elite. You know what I'm saying? Like they nailed how difficult it would be for an actual human to physically fight off an elite. And they just captured it beautifully.
The cinematics in that game were, it was amazing.
They live up in Halo 2 and Halo Wars 2. The storyline isn't as captivating, but the cinematics are.
I mean, Blur's just fucking amazing. It's a great company, great visual
Halo Wars
studio.
2 is
I love
really
them.
nostalgic.
Wait, wasn't Blur the one that made the cinematics for Halo 2 Anniversary?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They look. Yeah, they know how to do shit.
What
Yeah, 'cause
company are they? Like that's what that's what I don't understand. Like, are they just a cinematic company? Like, they're not a gaming company. They're not like a movie
Yeah, I think
company.
they're a cinematic company.
What the fuck?
Like, so they make
That's a-
animation.
Because
Are they like the
I
only
believe
one?
they've done the little cinematics for Old Republic as well. Like if you look them up on YouTube,
That
I
wouldn't
believe
surprise
that's
me.
Blur.
I'm pretty sure.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Blur. They just have the connections, and they, people trust each other, so that's why they still use Blur. They have the reputation, basically. Like,
Are they the people who have done who did the the Halo 3 trailer where the Master Chief throws on the bubble shield?
No, that's different. I think that's different because I only got really into Halo when it's Halo 3, so I'm pretty sure it's different.
Interesting.
Bungie
I don't know.
Bungie did Halo 3 advertisements themselves, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I mean, Blur. I think Blur is pretty new on the Halo scene. Okay.
Well, not really. Not if they've been there since Halo Wars 1, and now they did.
Yeah, Blur
Halo
definitely
Wars
did
2.
Halo Wars 1.
And I think they
I'm
did
looking
Halo
at
Wars
them
2
right
too.
now. They've done like film, commercial stuff. They did the Destiny 2 trailers.
Destiny 2
They're
trailer.
doing Middle
Which
Earth Shadow
one?
War.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Okay.
Like the Destiny 2 trailers, like Cade and Zavala, like those,
That's
like the
the
cinematic
okay.
ones. That's what they did.
Yeah, okay.
The
that's
primary
what I
ones that
thought-
we've
Yeah,
seen.
that's one I thought you were talking about. I didn't know if you're talking about the ones in yeah. Never mind.
Okay.
Recharge moment.
We'll wrap it out and wrap this up in like 3 minutes or so because we need to go.
Okay,
Everyone.
that's a really specific time.
Yeah. Any
We're
closing?
wanting to keep going.
Any closing thoughts?
This was fun. I look forward to doing it sometime later this week or the same time next week.
I would say same time next week.
Agreed.
Probably.
Yeah,
Right.
This was amazing. Nobody ripped their throats out either.
No, yeah. We had some laughs. I drank some
You will
beer. I
not
played some
be-
Mass
you
Effect.
will
I smoked
not be
some weed.
named.
It's a new beginning.
Yeah. What up, COG? Do you hear me now?
Okay. Sure. All I gotta say is that I'm looking forward to E3, and I'm gonna be up all fucking day just watching it, following all the freaking news outlets, and just spamming the hell out of the Discord channel. But yeah.
I am looking forward to having the next few days off so I can just farm out some Overwatch skins, continue to fucking clear out Mass Effect, and beat the shit out of Injustice. And that little bitch Superman.
Nice.
Speaking of which,
Huh?
closing comments, closing thoughts here. What do we feel about Zack Snyder being replaced by the one and only Joss Whedon for the Justice League movie?
No comment. Because I don't.
I don't know who Jack Snyder is. I don't know what he's done,
closing
so I don't have an
statement from me.
opinion.
Zack Snyder, he did he did Batman vs Superman, Man of Steel,
Didn't see that.
300,
Didn't watch that.
Sucker Punch. Wow, you have a problem with DC.
Probably.
I do too.
Okay, all right then. These closing statements are, I guess, just for me and Burnz, and we've already talked about them.
I was going to say my
So-
closing statement. Jeez.
Okay,
Oh, I
Greg,
thought you said.
go ahead.
I thought you were like integrity. Sorry.
Anyways, glad we got to do this, and I can't wait for the new Friday 13th new Crash game, and see what comes out of E3. Oh, and Doom Fist for life.
Okay.
Who's Doomfist?
Burns, you want to say anything?
Are you serious?
No, I'm not. Burns. Who is Doomfist?
I'm just looking forward to developing this further in the future.
Sweet. Blackwind?
Business as usual.
Seriously, who the hell is Doomfist?
Oh my God! Just say closing
Just
statement.
end
I'll
it
tell you
for all of our
afterwards.
sakes.
We're gonna end it
I'll
right.
tell you
Alright,
afterwards.
this-
I need
I
to
don't
talk